What word?
Kit.
Yes, kit. Boys and girls, sound this word out. Get ready?
Kite.
Yes, kite. Get ready?
Kit.
Yes, kit. Get ready?
Steel.
Yes, steel. Get ready?
Plane.
Yes, plane. Get ready?
Bus.
Yes, bus.
They rub it. They love to rub it in our faces.
I'm definitely not going to sleep tonight.
TikTok has been holding some of the darkest secrets that we have not been exposed to. And nowadays, a lot of people are too scared to look into it. But you guys know I'm always here to expose the dark secrets. And you're coming along with me. Yes, I'm talking about you. I know you hear this right now. Don't get scared now. You clicked on the video. You know what you signed up for. So make sure you watch till the end of the video because you're not going to be the same after this. And don't watch alone because this is going to get terrifying. What's even scarier than the TikToks we're about to watch today is the fact that 75% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more scary videos. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, this is one of the wildest things I have seen, and this is not your average robot. This is the Clone Alpha by Clone Robotics, and this contains all 206 bones that the human body contains, and they are fully articulated with artificial ligaments and connective tissues. Now, they're very high on the hand function of these robots. I'm going to show you the raw clip in a second, but just listen to this. The hand functions with human-level thumbs, surgical precision, a trigger finger, and it is compatible with human tools. And it's not going to walk like other robots. It says, finally, a robot that walks naturally. And it says, do it once and the clone will do it forever. They have a telekinesis training platform. I don't even know how that's possible. This technology is absolutely insane. I guess you can reserve one of these things this year in 2025, but just check out the raw clip and the music that they used.
I think I can speak for all of us when I say we are good off this. We have millions of humans that are perfectly capable of doing everything we need. These people put so much money into making robots to replace us. Well, you know, maybe humans would be more useful if they would just stop poisoning us. You eat one thing at McDonald's and 10 years is already taken off your life, so it's like...
We may now have evidence that David's entire family, friends, and even management team knew about his relationship with Celeste and supported it. I mean, there are some crazy updates in this case. So people did some digging and found these photos of David performing at the Fonda Theater on June 27th of 2024, and look who is in the corner. We have multiple instances of Celeste being at these concerts, like if you remember David's brother sneaking her backstage this exact day, but what's even more alarming is who was around her. The 3 days he was at the Fonda Theater, he was with his entire management team, Josh Marshall, Lane C, Robert M, and here they are watching him perform right next to Celeste. And here is another instance of David's family watching him perform, and look who is right in the middle. David never went anywhere without his friends. Here's them on day 2 with the other Celeste. This is day 2 of that concert, and we know Celeste was there as well. And here are some of Celeste's TikTok posts at these concerts, and you can clearly tell that her and David are in a relationship. Now, some of you may argue that David tricked all of these people into thinking Celeste was of age, but no. If you remember, at this time, Celeste was already reported missing for months, and on that missing persons report was her age. So not only did none of these people report her found, they all supported his relationship with her, knowing how old she was. Rest in peace to Celeste. Let me know what you guys think about this, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
This dude has been caught in every way possible being related to the situation, and they're like, nah bro, there's no way it could be. Yes bro, there is a way it could be him. I understand needing to build a case, but bro, you found this young girl in this dude's trunk, and y'all let him roam free and play Fortnite. Like bro, what?
I'm sorry, but what? Seriously? If any of you have a cat or know someone with a cat, you're definitely going to want to watch this because you could have it and wouldn't even realize. There is a parasite that literally takes control of your whole brain. It's called Toxoplasma gondii. You can get this by cleaning your cat's litter, eating rare meat, or even just unwashed vegetables, so it's a lot more common than you think. But the scary thing is, once you have it, it doesn't go away. So scientists recently discovered that the parasite here actually rewrites your brain, which is insane to even think. From studies that have been conducted in people who are infected by this, it shows that they're more likely to take extreme risks, and also more aggressive behaviour tendencies. The scariest thing though is that it's estimated around 30% of people could actually have this but wouldn't even know because the symptoms are so light. Over 2 billion people are believed to potentially be living with this right now. There's no way to really get rid of it. Some of the symptoms that you could experience if you do have this. One of the most common ways though is uncooked food and unwashed vegetables, so make sure you cook things through thoroughly because you could then get it and wouldn't even realize.
What you're saying is that we're going to get disclosure. There's reptilians. There's, these people who are in power. It reminds me of the movie They Live.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I was going to say that.
Have you seen the V series?
No.
Oh, that came out, I think, in the 70s or 80s, but it's all about reptilians coming to Earth, and they look human-like, but they're not.
Yeah.
And they embed themselves in human society.
We love movies like he's seen They Live as well.
They Live
So
is good. We may have some classes like that one day.
Well, they already have.
They do.
Are they?
Back in Vietnam, they had this dye called Decillion, where these soldiers were putting this dye on their night vision goggles. And what happened was they saw these demons and these monsters flying around, and they were shooting at it, and they were actually shooting each other down because it was friendly fire, because they were seeing things that weren't there in our reality. But when you put the glasses on, you can see them. Kind of like Stranger Things.
Oh, that was
The Upside Down. It's all the movies.
Always in the movies.
Right? So that dye, they banned it because you could see through another dimension.
Visible spectrum. How much do we see on the visible spectrum? It's it's like tiny,
2%.
like a splinter of what we coexist within. And
Right. So all these things are well documented, and what we think is make believe. That's why they always put in the movies like They Live, put the glasses on, you can see things. And in that movie, which is crazy, they reference 2025. So they go to the headquarters of these aliens. The guys are overhearing like the overlord. He goes, by the year 2025, we're not only going to take over America, but we're going to take over the world.
Wait, that's in the movie?
That's in the movie. 2025. He says the year 2025.
See, this theory might actually have some truth to it. That also is kind of disturbing because, think about it, imagine there's everyday people around you that are actually lizards and you have no idea. Some things are just better off being not known. As days go on, the more crazy stuff happens. Who knows, in a week from now, we could have aliens landing here and starting a cooking show and everybody would just watch it as if it's normal. Like
Morbid Facts, Part 807. Before he became famous, Vanilla Ice claims he survived a brutal stabbing and a near-fatal nightclub attack. When he was 16, he got caught in the middle of a gang fight in South Dallas and was stabbed 5 times, one wound narrowly missing his heart. Doctors reportedly said the blade came so close that another half-inch would have killed him. Months later, he was nearly beaten to death outside a club after a show, leaving him with permanent nerve damage in his arm. This doll belonging to a 5-year-old girl has been watching over her gravesite since her death in 1912. In April of 2001, 20-year-old Branson Perry completely vanished from his father's home in Skidmore, Missouri. He told a friend he was stepping outside to put a pair of jumper cables into the shed, but was never seen again. His van, wallet, and all personal belongings were left behind. Despite searches, interviews, and 2 decades of investigation, no remains have ever been found and no one has ever been charged. To this day, Branson Perry's disappearance remains one of Missouri's most haunting unsolved cases.
They want you to wear their symbols. People don't understand that all of these things have a much greater meaning. They want you to feel loyalty. They want you to show the rest of the world that you believe in what they believe in. They tag us. Those who refuse to be tagged get persecuted. Those who choose to go along with it and pretend like it doesn't exist. There is a spiritual aspect to all of this that people aren't recognizing. You want to know what's going to happen next? No more filter. From this point forward, any word that I say, I ain't holding back. And I ain't saying alleged either. Y'all said I was lying the first.
What is the dumbest rumor you heard about yourself?
That I'm kidnapped.
Okay, that was stupid. Like, I don't know why people believe that, but
That I'm sex trafficked.
Sex traffic?
They be saying that, yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, hey, listen.
You have to be one sick individual to be posting all this onto your social media, knowing that you had a dog pass away in your care You stuffed it into a trash can, then put it into a suitcase to return back to the owner. And let's be honest, you were most likely not gonna return that dog to the owner if it didn't have a microchip. This is Famita, and she lives in New York City. She just went viral because she scammed a family-owned restaurant out of $200. But at this point, I don't think that's a concern anymore. The real concern here is that this girl Famita and her boyfriend Dimitri will do anything to make money. Her boyfriend will scam you into thinking that he'll coach you into living a multi-million-dollar life. Famita will come in and scam you by saying that she'll give you a review in exchange for some food and drinks, and then she'll never post the review. And in this instance, they scammed this poor lady into thinking that they are responsible dog sitters. They had a full-grown husky in their possession for 10 days. On the 10th day, when the owners were supposed to come pick up this dog, they said, your dog passed away. They then specified a veterinary clinic to meet at, and they insisted that that was the veterinary clinic that they wanted to meet at, although it was blocks away from their home. In New York City, getting down a block, it could take a while. The worst part is they brought the dog to the owners in a suitcase. My theory is that this dog was either neglected or it got hit by a car and they tried to destroy all the evidence. They were probably gonna even dump the dog and tell the owners that it ran away because they took the collar off the dog before returning it back to its owners. The owners are actively looking for Dimitri and Famita so they can serve her. It's all still unfolding, but it's sick to me that this girl is still posting on social media like nothing happened. Look at her caption. Nobody talks about how peaceful life gets when you stop explaining yourself to others. I forgot to mention that. She never even explained to these people what happened to their dog. There is a special place under this ground for people like this.
It's only been 2 days since Apple released their iPhone Pocket, and it's already becoming the most controversial product of the year. Now, Apple's Pocket announcement was met with huge trolling online, especially since what's essentially a sock was priced at $150 for the short version and $230 for the long one.
You spend a penny on the iPhone Pocket?
But, it was limited edition. It was also reminiscent of, 20 years ago, Apple releasing the iPod Sock. But that was $29 for a 6-pack. So many people started making videos online saying that this was the worst product Apple has ever dropped.
No one should be buying a literal sock. If you walk anywhere near me wearing an iPhone Pocket, I'm gonna do something to your pocket.
And if people actually spent that much money on a piece of cloth, we were past the point of no return. Especially considering the current cost of living crisis everyone's always complaining about. But when they were released on Friday, they sold out. Almost immediately. So, for the people who did cop, maybe just wait a couple of days for things to cool down before wearing them in public.
I'm gonna do something to your pocket.
Alright guys, today I'm actually gonna be introducing you to my new product. So, say you're like, oh dude, I don't feel like holding my phone today. Here you go. You have my new invention. So you just put your phone on top of the cup and you just walk around. You don't gotta hold your phone. Yeah, I was thinking about taking this one to Shark Tank. So you guys let me know if you'd be interested in this.
Did you know one serial killer avoided capture for over a year by never using the same murder method twice? Richard Ramirez terrorized Los Angeles from 1984 to 1985. But what made him impossible to catch wasn't his brutality. It was his calculated unpredictability. While most killers develop a signature, Ramirez deliberately changed everything with each attack. He used guns, knives, hammers, machetes, strangulation, and even performed satanic rituals, never repeating the same combination. For 14 murders and countless rapes, police couldn't connect the crimes because there was no pattern to follow. He would study neighborhoods for weeks, choosing different entry points each time. Young victims, then elderly. Rich areas, then poor. Different weapons, different methods. Multiple police jurisdictions chased completely different suspects because they thought they were dealing with separate killers. His greatest weapon wasn't violence, it was confusion. While authorities searched for patterns that didn't exist, he continued his spree undetected. Chaos was his perfect disguise.
Hook, that's like one of my favorite stories, is Victoria, I was like,
Ariana Grande might have accidentally revealed the secrets about celebrities dyeing their hair blonde. You ever notice? Usually, as soon as someone new starts blowing up, they dye their hair blonde. Let me reveal the meaning behind that. Remember, a few months ago, Ariana Grande caused controversy because of a bad joke.
you know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic, they do the memory erasure, you know?
People thought she was being serious, but she was actually talking about her music video, We Can't Be Friends.
We can't be friends, but I'd like to just pretend.
You can clearly see in the video that she gets her memory erased, but she didn't do that for nothing. She was trying to expose the truth about turning blonde, because if you pay attention, at the start of the video her hair is brown, and after the erasure, her hair becomes blonde. Ariana's accidental joke proves that celebrities with blonde hair went through the same treatment in real life. Their hair color change is the result of the procedure. Apparently, when you dunk your head into the liquid, that's how they erase your memory or do full-on brainwashing. And at the same time, it changes your hair color. Since she made that accidental joke, Ariana hasn't really been in the spotlight anymore. I think what she said didn't sit well with certain people.
This right here is one of the saddest and most mysterious stories you'll ever hear. It all started with these two girls right here. You see the guy, we low-key don't care about him, we'll come back to him later. You see the girls, this is Joanna, this is Jacqueline. Joanna and Jacqueline were two sisters living together, and one day in 1975, on a random day, they were going to church. So on that day, Joanna and Jacqueline got ready, went down the street, and on their way to church, they got unalived by a speeding car. I know that was shocking, but sorry, that's what happened. A speeding car didn't see them and hit them all three. The car hit them, the boy got transported to the hospital very quick, but Joanna and Jacqueline sadly got unalived instantly. Oh, as you can imagine, this was a tragedy. 3 young innocent kids hit by a who can't drive. Everybody felt sorry for them back then, and the girls' parents were devastated. Father of the girls even said that he was sure that Joanna and Jacqueline will come back one day, but as you can imagine, that doesn't work. You know, he was just hopeless, wishing for something like this to happen, knowing that it's impossible. And ladies and gentlemen, this was the sad story. I'm sorry if it did something to you. See you on the next one. Why did you stay? Oh, you stayed because you want to know the whole story? Well, here it is. You see, just 1 year after the accident, one single year, the parents of Joanna and Jacqueline made a comeback because they didn't make 1 but 2 children. Yes, after that Joanna and Jacqueline sadly got unalived, the parents didn't wait a single year and they made this. Look, okay, pause, stop. I'm not wishing this for nobody, okay? But if you let's imagine that your child got unalived 1 year ago. Aren't you supposed to be sad for a little bit of a long time? How did you manage to, in order to get children if you was sad? I don't know. Anyways, the parents have new kids now, Jennifer and Gillian, or Jillian, I don't know how to say it, and they are twins. So normally the parents were very happy, but everything changed when they became 3 years old. Because when they grew up a little bit, they started recognizing places they've never seen before. For example, one of them goes to their parents, they go okay, look, Dad, can we go to that park? Their parents would go what park you're talking about? That park we went to. Go to the left, down the hill, go to the right, wait a little bit, go to the left, then left. You know what I'm talking about. How do you know that? We've never been there. Jacqueline and Joanna went to that park multiple times. Another thing that the twins did was recognizing their toys. For example, if you put 2 kids in the same room, they will immediately fight for toys. In this case, they didn't. Matter of fact, the toys I'm talking about were for Jacqueline and Joanna. But you see, when the twins saw these toys, they were like, oh yeah, we recognize those. Those are ours. They played with them exactly like the past sisters did. Jacqueline had a scar on her forehead before she passed. Jennifer has a birthmark in the exact same place. The sisters got unalived by a car. The twins are scared of cars. Matter of fact, every time a car is near them, Jennifer would say, a car is coming to get us. One last crazy thing, when they used to play together, one of them will lay on the ground and the other one will repeat, the blood is coming out of your eyes. Why the hell would the kid say that? Well, I'll tell you why, because they're not kids. No, they're not kids, they lived before and their names were Joanna and Jacqueline. Yes, if you didn't get this yet, people say that Joanna and Jacqueline got reincarnated in the body of the twins. 1 year later, they came back as the same person, same memories, just different bodies.
Have you ever had an extramarital affair, Governor? Well, if I had, I wouldn't tell you.
See, the the truth is going to be coming out eventually, and I just have a strange feeling that this dude is like Diddy's idol. See, when these people come out, we just gotta rank them on a scale from 1 to Diddy. Everything I've heard about this dude has always been bad, but you know, I guess time will tell. You guys let me know your thoughts on that one.
She's just mysteriously died on a cruise ship. Why does this keep happening? Anna Kepner was a high school senior. She went to Temple Christian School in Titusville in Florida, and she was super popular. She was a great gymnast, and she was part of the cheerleading squad. She was such a funny girl. She was very energetic. She was always posting videos and trying to make people laugh. And she'd just gone on a family holiday on a cruise on a Carnival ship with her family. It was supposed to be heading to the Caribbean, and everybody was really looking forward to it. After this holiday, she was planning to go into the military. She was a straight A student, and she was incredibly career focused. She knew what she wanted to do. She'd been working so hard and clearly deserved a break. But while on that cruise, she was mysteriously found dead inside of a room. Now that's all we're being told at this point, and her family are honestly just as clueless as the rest of us. The official documents state that her time of death was 11:17 a.m. on the 7th of November. After her death was discovered, the ship then went back to Miami and the FBI got involved. The whole family has been interviewed, including her young siblings, and apparently her dad has now spoken out. He was on the cruise with her, and even he said he has no idea what happened to his daughter. What we do know is apparently this was absolutely no accident. That's what they're led to believe. It's being called a mysterious death, so I'm guessing we'll find out more as things unfold. It does seem that the FBI got involved because this all happened in international waters. Apparently that's a very common thing.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew, Part 5. Despite if you're using incognito mode, Wi-Fi routers actually keep logs of what websites you visit, and the owner of the router can check this whenever they want. So hopefully you don't have anything to hide. A woman in Russia had a shit ton of twins, triplets, and quadruplets with the same man, totaling to 69 children. Nice. Tarantulas taste like shrimp. According to some cannibals, the most delicious part of the human body is the eyeball, and they especially like licking them. The skin on your lips is the same skin that's on your butthole. Dolphins sometimes bite off the head of a fish and masturbate into the decapitated body. A bubble caused by false vacuum decay could be growing through our universe right now, destroying everything it touches, and we would have no idea because it travels at the speed of light. 2020? Please no.
8 things in your house that could be killing you slowly. The last one will blow your mind. Number 1. Teflon pans. When overheated, they release toxic fumes linked to lung and liver damage. Number 2. Air fresheners. Most contain formaldehyde and phthalates, chemicals tied to hormone disruption. Number 3. Plastic bottles. Old or heated plastic releases BPA, a compound that mimics estrogen in your body. Number 4. Carpets. Many are treated with flame retardants that release toxic dust when vacuumed. Number 5. Non-stick furniture coatings. These contain PFAS, forever chemicals that build up in your blood over time. Number 6. Candles. Cheap scented candles use paraffin wax and release the same soot as diesel exhaust. Number 7. Cleaning sprays. They mix into chemical vapors that irritate your lungs every time you use them. Number 8. Tap water. In many U.S. cities, it still contains trace amounts of lead and industrial runoff.
And how long do you do
What's
it?
that? You can do it for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, dude. Yeah. What's that? I'll say you can't film it though.
Oh, is that the secret room?
Oh, yeah, turn it off.
I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave it behind.
Oh, that secret?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Oh,
All
God,
right.
I see why. Hold on.
So, alright.
No,
I guess.
leave it behind.
Well, he can show this part, right?
Yeah, but that's it. That's it.
Everyone's talking about this red door, but no one is asking why it is red. Red rooms aren't just internet myths. The idea actually came from a Japanese legend, a pop-up that asks, "Do you like a red room?" And people who clicked were found unalived, with the rooms painted in red. Then there's the real nth room in South Korea. Secret chat rooms on Telegram where victims were exploited. People are paid to watch. So when this man tells them to stop recording before opening that red door, it makes you wonder what's really behind it. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
What are you doing? I can literally see you.
Okay, I was not expecting that one to be like that. That was not cool. See, this is what I get for looking into the dark side of TikTok. Like, what? Come on, bro. Why you gotta do me like that? You knew I was gonna be on here.
What word? Yes, yes. Boys and girls, sound this word out. Get ready. What word? Still. These words and thoughts. Get ready. Let's play. Get ready. Must. Yes, must. Let's read these words the fast way without making a mistake. Get ready. Fight. Yes, fight. Get ready. Kick. Yes, kick.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, they rub it. They love to rub it in our faces, John.
This man crawled into a sewage pipe just to spy on women. In 1989, in Japan, a school teacher named Yumi Tanaka came face to face with the most horrifying discovery of her life. Around 5 in the evening, right before heading home, she decided to stop by the restroom. When she walked into a stall, something immediately seemed off. Inside the toilet bowl, she saw a single black shoe. Curious and confused, Yumi decided to take a closer look and peered down into the sewage tank. What she saw there burned itself into her memory forever. Inside the tank, there was a pair of human feet. Yumi screamed, and her co-workers rushed in to help. The police arrived soon after and confirmed that the feet belonged to a man who was trapped inside the tank. Getting him out was anything but easy. They had to call the fire department and use a crane to lift his body out. The victim turned out to be a 26-year-old man named Naoyuki Kano, and his body was covered in fleas. The cause of was hypothermia. He had been inside the pipes for 3 days, having climbed in there on his own to spy on women using the toilet.
Has been a wonderful addition to my life. I feel extremely lucky.
The clip you just watched was filmed before everyone found out that Selena had supposedly disappeared. Everything keeps getting stranger with certain celebrities, but what on earth is happening? It's simple. Selena recently appeared in an interview and she was unrecognizable. Her behavior was so strange that her fans are now worried about her. Here's the moment that set everything off.
But Selena, what has it meant to you over this past 5 seasons to be with Martin and Steve?
By now you should all have seen where the problem was. Her behavior isn't normal, nor are her expressions. Nothing looks like Selena Gomez. From the moment they start asking her questions, she freezes. How is that even possible? Look at her again for a moment.
Extremely lucky to be in the company of 2 legends, but also they don't act like they are.
She honestly looks like a mannequin. She's so stiff, it's genuinely frightening. We already knew Selena had health issues, but this goes beyond anything we'd ever heard. The worst part is that once the interview aired, everyone started making videos asking what was going on with Selena Gomez, except they forgot that she, too, has gone through a strange physical transformation. Between 2024 and 2025, her appearance changed a lot, and that shouldn't be ignored. So the question needs to be asked for everyone. But who is this person in the interview? Don't forget what Selena Gomez looked like not long ago, because the one in the interview seems very different. We really need to figure out why celebrities are transforming more and more. Before leaving the video, tell me what you think in the comments.
She was 15, somebody cut her arms off and then threw her off a cliff after assaulting her, but she survived miraculously. At age 15 in 1978, she was hitchhiking, somebody picked her up and then attacked her and assaulted her. The man who abducted her was a 50-year-old man named Lawrence Singleton. He knocked her out with a sledgehammer, tied her up, and assaulted her multiple times. He then used a hatchet to sever both of her forearms and threw her off a 30-foot cliff into a ditch. The only reason she survived and didn't bleed out was because she was crawling up with what was left of her arms and kind of like clotting the blood or slowing the bleeding with the mud and dirt. She had to walk 3 miles to the sound of a highway with her arms up in the air because if she put them down, she would have bled out to death. Now, eventually, a couple saw her on the side of the road and rushed her to the hospital. She testified against him. She gave a very detailed sketch after she healed up and everything. When she testified against him, he served the maximum penalty of 14 years. This was not Singleton's first crime. He did something similar to a woman in Florida, and she testified during that case as well. He ended up being sentenced to life in prison, but he died in 2001. Mary Vincent ended up being a very strong advocate for, abuse victims and stuff. She wanted to become an artist and designed her own prosthetic limbs that you guys see behind me.
Crazy facts about McDonald's you never knew. The last one will blow your mind. Number 1. McDonald's chicken nuggets contain a chemical called TBHQ, which is also used in butane lighter fluid and biodiesel fuel. This petroleum-based preservative keeps the nuggets from spoiling, but consuming too much can cause nausea and organ damage. The FDA allows it because it's generally recognized as safe in small doses. You're basically eating a tiny amount of lighter fluid every time you dip those nuggets in sauce. Number 2. McDonald's milkshakes contain over 50 different ingredients, including artificial flavoring, corn syrup, and chemicals you can't pronounce. Real ice cream should only need milk, cream, and sugar, but McDonald's shakes have carrageenan, cellulose gum, and mono and diglycerides to create the texture. The strawberry shake contains 0 actual strawberries, just artificial strawberry flavor. What you think is a simple ice cream drink is actually a chemistry experiment disguised as dessert. Number 3. The grill marks on McDonald's burgers aren't from an actual grill. They're painted on with flavor additives before the meat is frozen. The patties come pre-marked with artificial char lines so they look grilled, but they're actually cooked on flat griddles. Those appetizing brown stripes are essentially printed on like food makeup. McDonald's has been faking the appearance of fresh grilled burgers with cosmetic food coloring for decades while calling it flame grilled flavor.
We have more information coming out about Celeste Rivas Hernandez and David. And this one has some significant updates, and we have to give the Redditors a hand when it comes to this because they do not play no games. They came across these photos of David performing at the Fonda Theater in Los Angeles on June 27th of 2024. And look right here who is actually at this concert watching David perform at this time. It's Celeste. This isn't the only piece of evidence that we have seen of Celeste being at this performance, but it's the people who are around at this performance which makes it that much more concerning. And at the Fonda Theater, David was there for 3 days, but we can figure out the exact date of this performance because on this day, he performed with his little sister. As you know what they say, the internet lives forever. Well, multiple media outlets were covering this performance and what David was wearing this day. Also, multiple people who just attended this event this day that was recording and posting it as they were watching. I'm sure you guys remember at the very beginning of all of this stuff coming out, there was someone that posted to social media trying to figure out if this was Celeste that they caught on camera going backstage with David's brother. And when they posted this whole video, the date that they had on it was June 27th of 2024 at 10:12 p.m., which is the same day that we are seeing Celeste in this new photo. Yes, in this video, she has on the Hello Kitty sandals, which is in the description of her missing person poster. Also, another huge indicator of this information is in this photo, Celeste is wearing a black hoodie. She was also wearing a black hoodie in the video footage that came out. We have video footage of Celeste going backstage with David's brother, but also she's around people that are very close to David in this photo. For another confirmation, pay attention to David's little sister's outfit. This was a group photo taken of all of them on this day of this performance. Not only do you have David's parents in attendance and his little sister wearing the same outfit, which I assume is after her performance, we also have key members of David's management team. We have Josh Marshall in the back there, Robert M., and Lane. And yes, Lane is the one that is standing next to Celeste backstage. And to remind you, at this point in time, it's only 2024, so Celeste is only 13 years old. And it wasn't just David's family and his management company that were present this night. Also, some of his closest friends were in attendance as well. I was able to find out that this night, there was actually a photo booth company who was hired called Hives Photo Booths who took all of these different photos throughout this night. The The Interscope Records called upon their expertise on short notice. They said things move fast in the music industry, and this event was no exception. Interscope Records contacted us with a tight deadline, just 3 business days to secure a photo booth rental for David's show. And on this page, there is literally only a couple photos because, believe me, I was scouring it trying to find if there were all of the photos uploaded to this website. I was also very curious to see if Celeste would have been possibly in one of these photo booth photos that this company took. Either way, just all of this information and a confirmed sighting of Celeste around certain people is a big deal. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Yeah, nah, he's cooked. This is actually disgusting, bro. And the fact that people around him knew as well, because there's no way they wouldn't. And they were literally sneaking her around too. Like, you could see she wasn't in a lot of these pictures. And why wouldn't she be in these pictures? Because they know it's wrong. Exactly. Like,
this is going viral. They asked AI generation, what would humans look like in the future? What is the whole lifespan of humans? This is another one of those art generations. It shows the time lapse of what humans will end up being like. Human evolution. See, we start off as monkeys, then cavemen, Neanderthal. Then what happens? Humans, right? Obviously in the Renaissance era, Night era, Middle Ages, and then modern, we're using phones. Okay. And look what happens. We turn to cyborgs, right? Now look what happens. We're full robot. Now look what happens. This is scary.
Let me see.
Look, yeah, look, keep watching.
What the?
Keep watching, keep watching. We turn to wires.
Oh no.
We turn to wires, and now what does the wires mean? What do the wires mean?
We just become technology.
We become the simulation.
Yeah.
Because that's the next step, right? If we're always evolving, and then let's say we implant more. Look at the Neuralink, like Elon Musk is saying.
She couldn't stop gagging after drinking this Cold Stone shake, and after posting the video on TikTok, her followers started getting concerned. But a few days later, she posted a follow-up, and things got even more unsettling.
What I said was a joke about me not liking it, see? It's good.
You heard the Paul Walker theory? There's a theory that's coming on the internet a lot of people are talking about right now. Around the time Paul Walker passed away, there was this director that came onto the scene, and he started making a lot of movies. You remember that movie about the Sound of Freedom? Oh yeah, I talked about that director. Some people say he's very similar to Paul Walker. The theory is like he faked his put out these movies. Just looking at the pictures, look at him, look at the eyes, look at the face. Yeah. It's almost like he's related.
Yeah, they look like brothers.
Paul Walker passed away, boom, all these movies started coming out, putting out more like activist type movies.
Olivia Henderson, aka DoorDash Girl, was just arrested and charged with 2 felony counts. And honestly, I'm not surprised. You can't take a video of a man naked in his own home, post it online, profit off of those videos, and even leak that man's personal information, his name, his address, and expect nothing to happen. She was apparently arrested on October 10th and charged with these 2 charges, 1 count of dissemination of surveillance image and 1 count of unlawful surveillance. Dissemination of surveillance image means spreading or publishing images obtained through unlawful surveillance. This involves recording someone in a private place and intending to harm, harass, or intimidate the person in the image. Unlawful surveillance means the person being watched is not aware and has not agreed to the surveillance, and it occurs in a place where the person has a reasonable expectation of privacy, such as a home. I mean, if she took this video, kept it to herself, and sent it straight to authorities, she might have a case for herself, but she chose to post it online for everyone to see, and now she's facing the consequences. Let me know what you guys think about this, and as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video made you tremble in your boots, and we're going to be on to the next one. Thank you.